Well, about a week ago you guys saw me in Florida wearing shorts, and today the view from my window is like this. This is a rest area near Perry Sound, Ontario. I left Dansville, New York on Monday morning, crossed the border, and I got here, it was already getting dark, so I stopped, and it didn't snow, but the sky was like really bad, you know, very dark, and I saw some flakes coming down late night, and then I went to bed, and I woke up, my windshield is covered in snow, and the worst thing is that they lost power. There's Tim Hortons here, and I had a quick snack over there yesterday. Everything worked, and then they say 11 o'clock they lost power, so now there's no washrooms, no coffee, no nothing. Oh, some guys are walking around looking at my machine over there. Yeah, so I still have this Cat R1700G. Yeah, I think the guy wants to borrow it. Hey buddy, can we use it? We want to clean the driveway near my house. Yeah, sure. How big is your driveway? Because this thing can get 30,000 pounds in the bucket, right? But that machine would be handy, except that the tires are no good. Like if you put it down here, right, the tires are basically slicks, you know, have no tread. It would not work here. It would spin, but the bucket is huge, right? Anyway, and I went for a walk. There's a lake over here. It's probably, the camera will not show, but it's ice. It's frozen right behind that big tree over there. On the other side, there's a little road here, and it looks so beautiful, you know, so peaceful. And there's a little like semi-island in there. You can, you know, like a pier, not a pier, but piece of land that goes into the lake. So I took my camera this morning, went out, took some shots. I'll attach them at the end of this video. Okay, so my engine is warmed up. Yes sir. All right, time to go. Yeah, from here you see that's where I am. Lots of lakes in here. So I'm on Highway 69 near Georgian Bay. There's US in here. That gray line is US, and that's my destination, Sudbury, which is just north of Toronto is over here. This is Michigan. I-75 over here. Yeah, 75. Sorry, I couldn't use my usually I use my leg to point, but it's too cold, so I'll use a pen. Yeah, here's Montreal. Yeah, so you see lots of water. Of course, this is a very bad area, and I always say that just 2 hours you go like this, just, you know, basically right now I'm just 2 hours north of Toronto, you know. I pass Barrie, and the weather changes dramatically. Oh, there's Algonquin Park over here that I went a few months back when it was still warm, right? But now we're going this way. Yeah, Perry Sound is somewhere. Oh, Perry Sound. Oh, that's another, that's a name for the lake. But actually there's a town here, Perry Sound. Where is it? Oh, it doesn't want to show because it's a bit further away. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the what the road looks like. Okay, now this kind of like weather, you know, is not good when you have a pusher axle, right? What I learned last winter when my truck started losing traction going up, like I was where on Highway 19 in what is it, Virginia, West Virginia, just south of Pittsburgh over there, and I don't know, I got really scared. I had this heavy load, and I was using a pusher, and due to lack of experience with the pusher axles, I put too much there was too much weight on the pusher axle. You see, now I know that between 60 and 80 psi on my fifth wheel, that means I'm about 40,000 pounds on my drives, and I know 60 is 20. 60 psi over here is 20,000 pounds. So 30 is 10. So I'm just over 40. But of course I'll have to lift it once I come to the corner there. All right, my light is on in the on the trailer. Huh, the brakes work. That's always good to know. Slippery. It's +1. Wow, but now I lifted my pusher axle, so I have a whole bunch of weight on all axles, so it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna slip, but still, this is how you can, you know. Yeah, here's the lake. Yeah, so I took a couple of photos from this side. Yeah, you see over there? Beautiful.
Take the freeway entrance on Highway 400 North, Highway 69 North Sunbury.
Yeah, and that building over there, that's where the coffee shop, and there's a little Petro-Canada gas station here, and everything is dead. They say Hydro Canada, that's the name of our big electrical company. They lost a transformer that provides electricity for this area. Now that's what you call a rolling stop. The guy in the front didn't even stop. Oh, Hydro. The Hydro boys are here. Jesus, and I'm leaving. Yeah, there was a guys in that pickup truck, so another couple of hours and we'll have coffee. So this is the first snow, like serious snow, I see this year. So what's today? November 24th. So 132,000 pounds, my gross weight, ladies and gentlemen. And someone was saying, oh, Mac is afraid of hills. Is it true that when a Mac comes to a hill, it starts looking for a way out? That doesn't sound like it, does it? It slows down, you know, but 88,000 pounds. By the way, so it's still 88,000 pounds, right? That's a lot. Like for me, for my truck, for my trailer, I'm pretty much, you know, this is the maximum I can do, almost, right? And yet, this is only 88,000 pounds, which means it's less than 90, so it's less than 45 tons, right? And that's why I remember when I was doing research on all these trailers, I thought, why do I need a 55-ton trailer, you know? And so there is some truth to that, to my earlier thinking, that you don't actually need a 55-ton trailer, you know? Like, even for this super heavy load, I could have used a 50-ton trailer, you know? And I would still have some reserve, because 55-ton, you know, that's when you use, I don't know, 8 axles, 9 axles, you know? I gotta be careful. The road is a bit slippery here, I think. Well, actually, no. I see some spray. You know how you can tell? If you can see spray flying from the under the wheels, that's a good sign. That means that it's not icy, you know? Because yeah, now it's 0. That's another thing. In such conditions, I always keep a very close watch at the temperature. I just passed the sign, says Sudbury, 96 kilometers. And the freeway ended a while back, so now it's a 2-lane road. And snow is everywhere. Finally, this 40-ton bastard is getting ready to get off my trailer. I cannot believe it. Like I said, each time by the end of the trip, you really start to hate the machine, you know, that sits on your deck. And the guy had to lift he lifted the bucket so I can, you know, get to the chains. And turns out there's a safety pin. You know, when you raise the bucket and you work under, there's a safety pin you can use so that if something happens with the hydraulics, you're not gonna get killed. So I'll know that for the next time, because yeah, I had to put my chains way over there, right above the axle, and it's very tough to do with the bucket under. Last time I did it with the bucket down, because I didn't know any better. So this time I was smart, I think, and I raised the bucket and then climbed under. So now it turns out, oh, you see, one side was off. Actually, I asked the guy, I said, how do you correct this damn thing? And he said, just drive off and try again. Because it's so, you know, articulating, right? And I thought these were solid rubber tires. Turns out, no, they have air in them, you know? Look at the size of those tires. Okay, bye-bye. You know, good riddance. I don't want you. Go away. Jeez. And you know, you look from the side, kind of like a toy. A 40-ton toy. Yeah, this was quite a trip. Okay, so now I just need to what do I need to do? I need to hide my flags, and then I have to tie down those boards over there. I had to remove the straps so that the machine doesn't damage them. Okay, but first I'm gonna go and hook up back to the trailer. All right, this was it. A long trip from Baltimore via Florida to Lively, Ontario.